Welcome to Tales and Toones, a magical place where stories come alive. So sit back, relax.
Once upon a time, in a peaceful valley surrounded by rolling green hills and golden sunlight, there lived a mother pig and her 3 little piglets. Their home was warm and filled with laughter, love, and simple joys. The eldest was Pinky, playful and carefree. The middle one was Poppy, clever but impatient. The youngest was Penny, quiet, thoughtful, and hard-working. Every morning, they helped their mother in the garden, collected food, and played under the old apple tree. The 3 piglets were very different from one another. The eldest piglet loved fun and comfort. He believed life was meant to be enjoyed without worry. The second piglet was clever and curious, always full of ideas, but often impatient. The youngest piglet was quiet, thoughtful, and hard-working. He believed that effort and planning created safety and peace. As time passed, the mother pig realized her children were growing up. One morning, she gathered them close and gently told them it was time for them to build their own homes and learn how to face the world on their own. Though her voice was calm, her heart was full of hope and concern. She reminded them that strong foundations created safe futures. With excitement and a little fear, the 3 piglets set off in different directions, each carrying their own dreams and ideas. The first piglet wandered through golden fields under a bright blue sky. He laughed, sang, and enjoyed the warm breeze brushing against his face. Soon, he met a farmer carrying bundles of straw. The piglet thought to himself that straw was light, easy to use, and would take no time at all to build with. He quickly gathered the straw, built a small house, and admired his work. It wasn't strong, but it was fast, and that was enough for him. Soon he was resting, playing, and enjoying his carefree life. Not far away, a dark shadow moved silently between the trees. A hungry wolf had been wandering through the forest, searching for food. His sharp nose caught a scent, and his eyes gleamed with interest. Slowly, he approached the straw house. The wolf stood before the door and demanded to be let in. Little pig, let me come in." The little pig refused, shaking with fear. "No, not by the hair of my chinny chin," said Pinky. The wolf said, "Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house down," and then took a deep breath and blew with all his might. The straw house scattered into the air like dry leaves in a storm. Terrified, the little pig ran as fast as his legs could carry him. He reached the home of his brother, the second pig, who had built his house from sticks. The second pig had worked harder than his brother, but he had rushed the job, believing it would be strong enough. The 2 pigs barely had time to catch their breath before the wolf arrived again. Once more, the wolf said, "I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house down," and blew with great force. The stick house cracked, shook, and finally collapsed into a pile of broken wood. The 2 frightened pigs ran again, this time toward their youngest brother's home. The third pig had spent many days building his house. He had chosen bricks, heavy and strong. He mixed cement carefully, placed each brick with patience, and made sure every wall was firm. While others played, he worked. While others rushed, he planned. When his brothers arrived in fear, he welcomed them inside without hesitation. The brick house stood solid and warm, offering comfort and safety. Soon enough, the wolf arrived again. He huffed and puffed with all his strength, but the house did not move. He circled it, pushed against the walls and growled in anger, but the bricks stood firm. Frustrated, the wolf climbed onto the roof, determined to enter through the chimney. Inside, the clever pig had already prepared for this moment. He placed a large pot of water over the fire and waited. As the wolf slid down the chimney, he fell straight into the boiling pot. With a loud cry, he jumped out and ran away, never to return again. The three pigs stood together in silence, their hearts still pounding. Slowly, fear turned into relief, and relief turned into joy. They had survived because of wisdom, patience, and hard work. From that day on, the pigs lived together in the strong brick house. They worked together, helped others, and never forgot the lesson they had learned. And so, in that peaceful valley, the pigs lived safely and happily for the rest of their days. Moral: hard work, patience, and wisdom build a life that no storm can destroy.